Monday, February 1st. This past week, the Beastie Boys have done a lot of hammering just outside our bedroom window early morning. They are putting metal brackets on the wall and then placing trusses. And now they're scooting their scaffolding 50 feet in the air. It is not a large skateboard. You guys are giving me gray hairs again. After sealing trusses, they begin installing plywood onto the prefabricated walls. At the end of one day, this is how the solarium in the end of the assisted building looks. When they finish the ceiling, a triangular room takes shape. I find them installing pipes that come up from the maintenance level. Also, metal brackets in among the framing. An exterior vent gets installed before they start nailing plywood sheets again. Worker removes the safety railing to make way for plywood installation. These plywood sheets have a black grid which line up with the 2x4s so the worker knows where to place his nails. One more sheet and we won't be able to see from our balcony inside the building anymore. We watch as they empty roll after roll of different kinds of cable. They make loops in the wall. Maybe if they have to change things later, they have a little extra. Scaffolding has reached the top of the assisted living building, and waterproofing continues. SkyTrack is on the street side, and the last few pieces of plywood are being installed there also. I feel like I'm not part of the group anymore. We had weather this week. It was really pretty to look out and see snow on my balcony till I realized I was in my socks. The ground looks so clean on the site. We ran an errand that day, and Dawn had to scrape a lot of snow off the windshield. On the north side 6000 wing, we saw piles of snow on the balcony after they had shoveled it out of the rooms. Floors on the solarium common area have been extended and now connect to the red steel posts. Still haven't caught that big crane moving red steel stairs. On the north side of IL, more of the walls have gone up than on the south side. I may have showed you previously that the wood shop has white walls. Sometimes I just forget where I am in the process. Being from Michigan, I love seeing snow on blue spruces. And the mountains are just gorgeous after some new snow. This sweet girl is Janet Moffat's great-granddaughter, Natalie. She makes me smile.
Hello from the 6000 wing independent living. Work on the 4th level here continues. The crane has put more stairway down Block Monster's throat, and it has also lifted lots of trusses, and lots of the trusses are already installed. There are two guys on the top of the trusses there. They better watch their step. At the west end, the trusses have been installed and sheathed with plywood around the outside. Then in the middle area, there's trusses but no sheathing. And finally, down at this end, the trusses have not yet been installed. Hi, this is Jack Brayer. It's Wednesday, February 3rd, about 10:30 a.m. It's 55 degrees and partly sunny. There's not much going on the end here. There are trusses stacked around. Could those be waiting for the next level? And now we will move west along the south side of the building, and look at that guy hanging off the truss there. I hope he's being careful. Look down low there on the left, and you can see they're starting to tie the two buildings together. And finally, there's Block Monster, slowly being buried. He can be heard late at night crying, "Help! Help! Let me go! Let me go!" Now again, Wilbur does a little flirting with the crane. This week, we do a little history, a little physics. Wilbur and I are not historians and not physicists, so beware. Wilbur is a helicopter. The name comes from Greek. Helix, which means spiral, and ptera, which means wing. The idea of a helicopter is old. Leonardo da Vinci made his sketch of one around the late 1480s. Note, it had no tail rotor. As for the Greeks, Archimedes showed how to propel water around 250 BC. Ancient Chinese children played with bamboo copters as early as 400 BC. And Mother Nature invented the helicopter at least 66 million years ago. These are maple tree seeds. As for modern helicopters, from about 1907 onward, there were many developments by many people, leading to Igor Sikorsky's R-4 helicopter, which was the first mass-produced one in World War II. Modern drones date from about 2005 to 2010, when advances in cheap and lightweight digital controllers became available. The most difficult problem in helicopter development has always been control and stability, even more than producing enough lift. So how is Wilbur able to fly? The answer is because Wilbur has a propeller. How does a propeller work? The easiest model is Archimedes' screw. By moving a mass of water or air in one direction, it produces thrust or lift in the other direction. You may have a good example of this in your apartment. By forcing the air downward, the fan is trying to drive itself into your ceiling. This model is only good at low speeds. We'll explore more next week. Now, on to assisted living. Here at assisted living, a little more sheathing and framing is being done on the west end. Taping and sealing continues on the south side, and most notable is on the east end, the insulating going on the roof. And below, dozers are moving dirt around again. The lobby area looks about the same, but there are lots of trucks and piles of stuff. There must be something going on. On the roof of the older assisted living area, there is activity. I think they're mostly chasing the snakes across the roof. And as we come around and look, you can see that there's still scaffolding, but no stucco on my wall. Even here on the roofs, there are piles of stuff. We look at the insulating again and notice that they're even insulating the inside of the parapet. And on the north wall, they're painting or sealing or something all over the wall. And toward the west end, you can see the way it was previously. There's still a hole in the roof, and the ladder is still there. This morning, they poured concrete in the landings on the stairway here. That's about it for now. See you next week.